Hello everyone, my name is Joshua Winkins, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to go over the basics of Final Cut Pro 10. Now, I'm not sure where you stand as a video editor, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or an expert, but I'm going to go ahead and try to cover the really general basics of Final Cut Pro 10. So let's go ahead and start with the first part of Final Cut Pro, which is how to create a library. So what you want to do is head over here to File. You want to go ahead and New, and then open up Library. So once we've created a new library, we can go ahead and I'll just call it Test, and there we go. We have created a new library. Now, as you can see right here, here is the library for all of my YouTube videos. This is where all the different stuff for all of my YouTube videos, my thumbnails, and everything like that. So we're going to go ahead and create a new library. Basically how it goes is it goes Library, Events, and then Projects. So you can see right here, here is an event because we created it on that certain day. But what if we want to create a new event? Head over to New, and then in Event, let's go ahead and type in YouTube. So we created an event called YouTube. Now you can go ahead and delete this event right here if that's what you want, because if you don't want it, then you can go ahead and just delete it. Okay, so there you go. So we've created a library, we have created an event. Now we want to actually import the footage and then create a project. So make sure you're obviously in the library, and make sure you're obviously in the event, and we're gonna go ahead, head over here to import, and let's go ahead and select some footage right here. So this is how you basically import footage. So we're gonna go ahead here and let's import a couple of sound effects. This is just gonna be like a test, so all this footage might not match up or make sense, but this is just gonna be basically a test. So that's how you basically import footage. So let's go ahead and import music. And let's go ahead and import this. I encourage you to create folders, especially when you're importing videos. That's definitely going to be really helpful. Okay, so now we want to start importing footage. So what you want to do is do this exact same thing. We continue to go up here. You want to go to this icon right here and right here, and there we go. And this is how you import footage. So let's go ahead and open up this folder right here, and let's go ahead and select, I don't know, like 3 or 4 clips. This is just like an example, so this probably in the end of this video probably won't make a lot of sense, but I'm gonna go ahead and just select a couple of clips. What I'm basically just doing is holding down Command and selecting a whole bunch of different clips. Now when it comes to these settings over here, I encourage you just to keep it or just leave it how it is. Leaving files in place and keywords from folders just helps you organize your footage a lot better. And then transcoding, I would encourage you to click on Create Proxy Media if you have a slower computer. This basically just helps you edit faster. If you know that you have a really fast computer, you can go ahead and just keep it on Create Optimized Media, but keep it on Proxy Media if you know you have a slow computer. So let's go ahead, just copy all these settings and import selected. So there we go. Now we have imported all of our footage into Final Cut Pro 10, and now we're gonna wait for it to render a little bit. And like I said, if you don't have a super fast computer, my computer is kind of like in the middle between that. It's not a super fast computer, but it in no way is like a really slow and sluggish computer, kind of in that middle. And I may at the end of the video kind of show you a little bit of the specs of this computer, so you have just a general understanding of what you kind of need, the bare minimums to be able to use Final Cut Pro 10, because my computer, like I said before, is not that fast. So we'll wait for all of these clips to render. And one thing I just realized as I'm doing this voiceover is I think I accidentally just uploaded all the clips. So let's go ahead and redo it. So go ahead and just click on this. I think I clicked on the entire folder, so just be aware of that. Again, okay, let's redo this. Keep all the settings right here, and let's go ahead, and there we go. That makes a lot more sense. I was wondering why it was taking so long to render 4 clips. So there you go. Now that's how you import footage. You can see right here, File, New. You create a library, event, and then a project. That's how you create a new library. As you can see right here, here is where you import your footage. Now once you have that library, and once you have the event, now you want to create a project. So go here to File, New, Project, and let's just call this Iceland for the sake of this video. Now over here you can obviously change events, you can change the different formats. We'll just keep it at 1080, you can keep it the resolution, and we'll just stick with 24. I encourage you to just copy all these settings if you're just uploading directly to YouTube, but if you're doing like vertical videos or Instagram or anything like that, then obviously you're gonna have to change your settings. But that looks all good right there. Click on OK, and there you go, you have created a project. So I also want to kind of go over the basics of a timeline. Now as you can see right here, we're going to go ahead and select W, hold down W, and we're just going to import all of this footage right there. So you just want to click on W and import all of your footage. Now here's the general basics of a timeline. This middle part right here is just your normal video. This is just like the middle part and the main part of the timeline. And now above the timeline you can put like images, text, or whatever you want on top of it, and then below it is audio. So as you can see right here, here is the video, and now if I want to put basically a music track, let's go ahead, and music basically just goes underneath the video. Same thing with sound effects. Again, this is just like a general basics. I'm not gonna like make this like super professional looking, but just gonna show you how it works. So as you can see right here, and let's say right there is a sound effect. So as you can see right here, that's basically how it goes, and that's basically a timeline. Now you can hopefully you understand just looking at this general example how it all works out. But as you can see right here, the video is in the middle, music, sound effects is below the video, and on top of the video you have your different what is called overlays. I'll probably put a picture up on screen so you can see like a really completed timeline, because this is just basically an example. So I also want to go over how to create titles. Now the title section is right here. You want to click on this icon right here, and here are a whole bunch of your different options when it comes to titles. So let's go ahead and select on basic title right here. As you can see right here, that is where all of your different titles are. So we're gonna go ahead, head over here, and you can just name it YouTube. Again, this is all the stuff I'm doing is just kind of a test, but as you can see, or just kind of try to give you an example of how this works. So there you go. Now you can obviously mess with the text. A font that I like to use is Futura, but you can obviously change the font however you want. You could change the size, you could change the line spacing, you could change the outline glow. That is all up to you, but there you go. That is how you create a title, and that's where you find all of your titles. Now, okay, so how do you find transitions? So transitions are another part of Final Cut Pro 10 that other programs may not have a lot of. Final Cut Pro has a massive selection of transitions. So as you can see right here, you want to head over to this icon right here, and there you will find all of your different transitions. Some of these are plugins and some of these aren't, but there you go. You have created, this is where all your plugins are. Now let's just, I don't know, let's go ahead and find a plugin. I'm going to find a transition, and you want to put the transition in between two clips. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't, there's not enough media, so that might not work in this example, but that's basically just how you create a transition. Sometimes it could be a little fishy. Let's go ahead and just try. If it doesn't work, I'll try. Yeah, but it might not work in this instance because the clips are a little bit weird, but as you can see right here, that's where you find transitions. Transitions are right here, this little icon right here. The effects panel right here, this is where you find all of your different effects. So the effects are here, transitions are here, and here is your different effects panel right here, so you can go through all of your different effects. So let's go ahead and just select a blur effect. So let's go ahead and put the blur effect onto, you want to put it onto the actual clip, and there you go, you have created a blur effect. Now you can obviously do that to every single one of your effects and put it onto the actual video. And what you want to do too is go up here, and you want to go into the inspector window, this icon right here, and here is where all of your effects are going to show up. As you can see right here, here's the Gaussian, and now we can mess with the effect. So any effects that you put, I think any effects you apply to the clips, you want to head over here to the inspector window, and as you can see right here, you can mess with all of the different effects. Now you also want to go, let's just use this, let's just go over to audio. Audio is the next thing I want to go over. So right here is music. As you can see right here, whether your clip has audio, whatever has audio, you want to make sure you click on the clip and head over here to this little icon right here. Now, as you can see, you can mess with the decibels, you can mess with the equalization, you can mess with the level. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do. You can go ahead and completely mute the audio, but this is where you find the audio icon right here. Now, another thing you want to do is head over to the effects panel right here and scroll down. As you can see, here are all of your different audio effects. So this is where you find all of your audio effects. Now, when it comes to color, how do you mess with color? How do you do color grading or anything like that? Well, let's go ahead and click on the clip right here, and let's go ahead and just click on this clip right here. And what we're going to do is head over here to this icon right here. Let's go ahead and click on this icon right here. And as you can see right here, let's just create a color wheel. It obviously doesn't matter which one you want to create, but you can choose a color wheel, you can choose a color curve or anything like that. So let's click on color wheel right here. So you want to go to this icon, and there we go. You can just mess with the shadows, you can mess with the highlights, and there's just basically the basics of colors, and you can go through all the different effects right here until you obviously have the video looking how you want. So I also want to go over kind of like the transform tool. So let's head over here to this video again, and as you can see right here, you could head over to here, this little icon right here, and you could click on transform, crop, or distort, and you could mess with the image. You could move the image however you want, you could transform it, you could distort it however you want, but that's where you find the icon right here. Now let's head over to the inspector window right here, and as you can see, you can do the exact same thing. You could turn the opacity down, you could scale the image, you could do the same thing with crop. So basically you could either do it right here, or you could actually do it manually in the inspector window right here and mess with a whole bunch of different stabilization, distort, crop. It's all up to however you want your video to look. And that's pretty much the basics of that. Now I want to go over a couple of different keyboard shortcuts. So let's go ahead and just delete these. A couple of the main keyboard shortcuts I'll put up on screen, but I'll try to remember all of them. W is just for import, so I'll go ahead and press on W, which is import. Command Z is undo, and let's go ahead and import it again. You can press on Command plus to zoom in, you can press on Command minus to zoom out. You obviously could select on a clip and press delete to get rid of it, or you could go ahead, import it again, W, and then what you want to do is press on Command B, the blade tool, and as you can see right there, you can cut up your video. I've covered keyboard shortcuts in a lot of my other videos, but those are just some of the very basic keyboard shortcuts. Now, a couple of the things that I want to go over when it comes to Final Cut Pro 10 are how to install plugins. I've already made a video on this, so I'm just going to give you the basics of it. So you want to head over to Home right here, go to Movies right there, and right here is your motions templates. So here are all of your different transitions, here are all of your different effects. I made a video basically how to install plugins, but this is where you find plugins. So just in case you're looking at the video and you say, well, I don't have an 8mm film effect, I don't have a certain effect, that's because I probably downloaded that plugin. Some of them cost money, some of them are free, but I've already made a video talking about how to install plugins, but this is basically all of my plugins right here. I also want to show you how to get rid of render files. Basically what you want to do is you want to click right click on the library, go ahead and click on show package contents. As you can see here, all of your package contents inside your library. Open up your event or open up your project, and as you can see right here, here's stuff inside your project, and then you want to go ahead and click on render files, go to high quality media, and you want to go ahead and select all these and delete. Basically what you're doing is you want to make sure you're in high quality media, and then head over to render files into high quality media and delete this. Sometimes this is basically just like catch data. I once had like 800 gigabytes of catch data that I had to delete. So just in case your storage is running full, you want to head over to here. Again, I already made a video talking about this, but I want to kind of give you a basic overview of how to do it. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it helpful and informative. This video was very much of just like a very basics of Final Cut Pro 10, basically just how to find everything and where everything is. Hopefully you came away with this video learning something. Hopefully something was really helpful when it comes to you learning Final Cut Pro 10. Hopefully you found this video helpful and informative. If you want to watch more Final Cut Pro 10 tutorials, make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out my Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial playlist. See you in the next video. Peace. Thank you.